Sure. So we had a really nice up run since Friday. The first load of call, even if we didn't take stop loss, we should have a big up. Like we started at I want to say we started at one near 60-50, 60-40, and then added all the way back down to here. And so if we didn't take stop loss because ours January 2nd, right? It still went to much higher. So anyway, it wasn't a big deal. We I added a little bit more, so almost breaking even. But the later ones, the contract added made it all up. So it's really not a big deal for me. I hope you guys made money from this round. I think whenever we have this like big sharp drop and then huge rally up, it's really the way to make money. You can either focus on future. In reality, future is the easiest to do. Options a little bit harder because I had an NDX loaded on Friday, right from the low. And I think the wick is high at the time. And my NDX call the first day made really, really good money. And then when NDX come back all the way up, my green actually is shrinking because the IV cross. And I had it until the end of January, and I was very expensive um, contract, like 64,000 per contract. That's purely because of me. I have no idea uh, how the whole picture when I was on the road. If I had a better picture, I would have chosen differently, I guess. Anyways, so today I was expecting a pullback. I gave a level to 60, 70 some, and then it dropped to actually 30 minutes wick to wick area, and then I'll show you why it dropped there. So remember, we always talk about volume profile, like this, a volume, and the little cluster below the volume profile is always the support. And so it hit like this gap, like right under this edge here, and it stopped. So that's 15 minutes. And we did do puts. We did one round puts. And I don't remember where. I want to say, where did we put? I want to say somewhere here from 4 to 15 to this week, like $20 move. And we did long as well. And the long is a little bit, I don't know, the NDX call, I don't know whether you guys did it. If you did the Friday, like today DTE on the 15 minutes, when I called out, it was here. No, wait a moment. NDX. So here. Why it looks so 15 from here, 21,700. That's where when I called out. And I was expecting, no, gotta be here. It didn't go that high. Okay. Here. So this a little, don't, this is like 50, how many points from 770 to, that's more than 50 points actually. And if you did, initially I went long, it was $9.90, went to 14. But it been like doing this jiggling, like not going anywhere, consolidating. That was accumulation. I can see on the tape future. But if you did the same DTE like today, you only made like a $2, a dollar or two. Not probably not. You know what? Actually, I take it back. You actually 100%. Why I say that? Because it went as low as $6 at the end. Like I did nine, went to 14, and then I got stopped out with profit. And it went to because the decay went to six, and at the end it went to $12. So if you did zero DTE, you still have very good gain here too, and it's perfect 15-minute reversal up. So I don't know whether any of you did it, and then I was on the phone with Vanguard, so I missed this drop. I didn't do anything about this, but I did every time. Every time ES come to here, I put heads on. Every time ES come to here, I put SPX heads on. So I did a couple runs and gave me a few $1,000. But on the daily, it's really hard to say what's gonna do. Today it's like a hanging man kind of. On daily is one, two, and should have like a three down. Three down would be somewhere the gap fill. I would say, let's see, daily gap fill would be what? Somewhere lower. I think SPX, NDX are easier to see on daily. 5760, I want to say. Here, like 5755 SPX. So I think one, two, three, four, five, somewhere gonna be here. So daily, but on daily, if you look at here, price above all the moving averages, and could MACD turn back down like this? Could, but unlikely. Anyway, when we are here, I would rather do individual tickers than SPX, NDX. And so let's look at our watch list from weekend. Those are the ticker that we went long. And of course, AVGO did the best. At the time I gave this ticker, it was on Saturday, right? Today is Thursday. Here, Monday. So from I think it went to 216, 215, the low, and went up 40 points. So this call, we gave a few calls. I think I did a 225 and a 250. Both are doing really well. And so now I actually most shares too. We still have 20 points to go, really. And so I have only 25% of the option left, which is totally free now. So, uh, but Microsoft haven't even started. Microsoft has been almost the same place. Well, not exactly quite, but it's really not much, right? So from here to here, only like a $3, $4 move. But this has a lot of upside to go, like a 460 something. Amazon also have 10 more dollars to go. About 230 something. I don't know why I don't have a target on. Bad job. So on hourly. So we still have about $10 to go. Microsoft is daily. See, haven't Microsoft, I feel like it always lagging. Maybe because it requires big money to lift it. But so if we see something like this and Tesla still have a lot of room to the upside too. Here just about to get started again. So 504, that's $50 move. So in that sense, let's look at QQQ. So if they all have a lot more upside to go, it's really hard to be bearish on the major. So now you see it hit the value area high and then went into the gap a little bit. So I would say one, two, somewhere three, four, 5. I want to say something like that, but we're running out of time unless we're staying bullish for the whole January. So far, I'm not planning to do a lot of with NDS SPX. First, it's choppy, and second, it really not a lot of meat to go unless it dropped like 200 points. So AVGO still have uh not quite 10, almost $20, almost $20 to go. And in that sense, we can't really be too bearish. And so let's look at a few other tickers that we have. Okay, Hood. Hood I call bullish since here, and from month like this, even daily, the impulse move, the initial started from here. So really, it should go back at least to 40, this blue line, 44, and if not higher. GME, I was curious why they have so much money. And on daily, it did go up $4. So I load a bit of just for fun, see what's happening there. AI. AI is one of the tickers, swing tickers I give. I don't know whether it was last weekend or some time ago. Daily breakout. Price just about to get. Look, this is forming, right? This is our signature entry, except this is on daily time frame. So the target is 45. It has $20 move, guys. But from the low to this, that's almost what, 70%? So that's quite some ways to go. And Lemonade, actually, if you ask me, this clearly bull flag, right? This bull flag and break out the trend line resistance. So it's breakout and target 57. So the low 36 went to uh, quite good. We still have some ways to go. And this is the best trade today. So pre-market, I give a entry, stop loss, and target. It didn't, it hit, oh wow, hey, whoa. 5 minutes, I said it has another chance to hit it and really did hit. So this is for 30, no, more than 50% gain. So this is the best. And I did see OKLO, all of them, like OKLO, 30 minutes about to go again. See that? Um, but the upside is maybe, I don't know, $2, $1, not a whole lot. And I saw SOUN. I didn't check the sticker pre-market. It's the same look as QMCO. I mean, tiny stop loss. And $4, that's 20% move. So anyway, that so um for tomorrow, I really, unless ES come back down, I would like to. So I said that if this drop below 60.84, there's really no major support until this is not fresh anymore, but this because the buyer stepped in so strong 1 week. So it could just come back down to 60 again. But ideally, I wanted to come back down here. Then if we go long, you have a lot more room when we do SPX call. But we'll see, because this is step in so strong, it could come back down here and then get boost higher. But if you look at 30 minutes here, I mean, it could be just consolidating and continue going up, CMACD. So can't really be too bearish, and but it's really too choppy, very choppy. Let's look at the Bitcoin. Oh wow, okay. I would just want look at it like literally right before. So spend 2 days, 2 days do this. And it's the same thing here. It consolidate, 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 and then there you go. So it break out again. You really need to, I mean, this is already break out the trendline resistance and retested it go. So it need to take this 97 out. And so anyway, I did see a lot of MicroStrategy bearish flow. Uh, in my mind, this didn't finish dropping. I'm still eyeing this level, but it doesn't go anywhere. So anyway, shares are safer in this way. Let's look at yield. So I drew this. See entry stop loss. The stop loss never tested. It's only 25 cents stop loss. And even if you go to 40, 90, 41, that's $1. $1, 25 cents, that's 4 to 1, right? So on daily, and this is so small ticker, like for someone not as ambitious, like for me, said, okay, I just want a $500-600 a day, like 1,000, ideally 1,000 to 2,000. That would be my salary and my benefit, everything. And so if you bought 500 shares of this, that's like almost made your goal, right? So I just traded macro NQ and I made a 2%. I said, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do more. So at the end, I didn't do even more future. I just did a little bit SPX and DX. It's really choppy, hard to do. And so Bitcoin, I think this the topping, I believe. And you see have clear negative divergence like here, have more momentum than is all the way here. So MACD is about to come back down. I think this may be the bottom. And so if you got in here, there's no reason for you to get out. It could at least go to full, like the gap fill here. I gave upside at 44 and 46, could be even higher. So if you're in there, you can hold that. What else? Labu, IWM. Labu, we got in shares at 84, 86, 87. So now 98. $100 it is a resistance. So I was set the first exit order here, but let's look at daily, see what's happening. Daily, here is minor resistance. You have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4, 5 touches. So could act, and every time hit this 13, this is 30 how? You know what? Let me make sure I'm not saying it wrong. 8. What? I never use 8. This is moving average 8. Okay, every time it hit this, it become resistance. However, even though the MACD is negative, but it seems like have a golden cross. Momentum is kind of negative. So worst case scenario would take profit 100 and then take more at 110. So that my plan. And in case anyone, so during daytime, I called out IWM because when I saw all the indices, the only one green was RTY. So I set the first target 225, it hit it, and then 230 to 230 to yeah, 228 to 230. This one is really not a strong resistance, so it really should be here, 230. So if you're already still in there, Actually, we bought it on DIA and IWM last Friday, right? Last Friday too, yeah. So that call should be doing really well. Anyway, um, so I'm not adding any more. VST is almost ready. If you want to do VST, let's look at daily. This is one of our favorite AI, right? So targeted 176, 176. That's had a lot of room. What? Wrong. Okay, let's do this. 176. So this has a lot of room to the upside, $30. $30, that's a 20 some percent. Not bad, right? 20%. And DPST. DPST, if you look at it, really just come back down. It didn't make a new low. It did not make a new low. So we still have slightly higher low, even though almost equal. It retests the deeper the W area. It could still go back to this area. So we have shares from here, and it's $15. It's 15% already. It's not bad, right? So we already have too many positions, in my opinion. Um, so we need to be really watching out, not have so many. So next year, I have about 50 tickers, and I'm gonna share the tickers. You guys can suggest. I'm thinking like a new year that weekend, I'm gonna kind of prepare the watch list and then the tickers for next year. We can talk about it. We're our Discord is like a family. It doesn't have to be me dictating everything. You guys can have voice, right? We've been together for all this time. We feel like it's a family for me, you guys. So gold hasn't gone anywhere. Dollar, I thought dollar is gonna come back down, but it went back up again. But MACD is about to cross over to the downside. So I think dollar come back down. Gold, silver, copper should go up. Um, no one asked for natural gas anymore, so I'm not going to talk about natural gas anymore, right? Oh, okay. So this crude oil, we haven't really talked about crude oil. Look, like it hasn't gone anywhere. It's just like from 72 to 66. But this $6 move, if you do ranging day in, day out, can make really good money too. And natural gas has become much more bullish than usually the seasonality because Trump policy, right? So usually this time, like the end of October will be the highest and then start to come back down. But this year been higher, high, higher, high, higher, high, higher, high. So we could be seeing 4.6. So see, you never know. It's so policy driven. Okay, so I don't have any other ticker except so ADSK on daily is wave 5 up target. Uh, the option hasn't gone anywhere, and January is almost there. So if you add it here, you're fine. I added here, so I'm fine. But it's not going anywhere. So I'm watching on December 31st. If it doesn't get above 311, I'm gonna cut option or switch to share or something. And ZS, it hasn't done anything. It's really, I mean, it should go, but it's not going. And January 17 is so close. The decay kicking in already, like less than 30 days. So if you have the option, I'm gonna cut it. And you can do shares because upside is pretty significant. Yes, let's look at hourly time frame 1, 2, 3. So it really should go. There's really nothing here. That's why I don't want to cut it yet. So the upside at 225, that's like you should just hold shares. I think shares are making more sense. And whatever the option, if you're red, you should be able to make the money back. So that's, and team is another ticker I give. And right now, 254, target at 299, that's $40, almost 15%, right? So we have quite a few. So from now on, I'm not giving any new tickers until this work out. And I think that's easier. I remember someone said that every time we add a new ticker, we lose money. I think it's somewhat true to me too, because we know all this familiar tickers personality, but some of the ticker personality we don't understand. Like it took me a long time to get along with Tesla. Like before I trade Tesla, I'm always losing money. It's like it never in sync with my at the end as I finally we get along. I guess some of the ticker need taking longer time to get along with each other. Zim, I think could have a chance to go all the way back to, brown information could come back all the way to 30. I have a 1,300 shares from entered here. I've been calling this ticker, but this look at hanging man to me. So I will see whether I need to take profit. It's already more than 10%, right? So anyway, let's look at it. Zim. Ah, 1, 2. Okay, so I'm gonna get out. 1, 2. This is not good. 3. So if you have it, you probably need to take profit. Adobe 1, 2, maybe 3, 480. Let's look at daily. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Probably can come back to 485. That's like a 10%. That's pretty good. And then revisit. Oh, I want to say something on UNH. UNH, even though UNH could come back all the way to 550, depending how bullish, but also could just come here, 520, and then revisit the low. So if you have a UNH option, you might want to pay attention. HUM 1, 2, 3, 4. So it could revisit the low on weekly. 1, 2, ding, 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 right? So on healthcare, when this UNH and HEM bottom, we load like as a defensive sector. If you look at today's sector flow, money flowing into XLP, XLF, XLV, XLRE, it's all defensive sectors. So big money is preparing for next year market drop. So let's be careful. Like right now, only 2, 3 days left. The bullish seasonality year-end rally really just usually end at the beginning, the first week. Last year, I think went into the end of January. But this year, it's gonna have a lot of uncertainty. The debt ceiling, we still have debt ceiling problem. So the gap fill measure, gap stop measure, whatever that was, it didn't really fix the problem. It just temporarily kept the government open. So they are gonna still have this episode. And then Elon, with X, they're gonna do the Dodge. I mean, in my opinion, just cut our IRS and flat tax 10%. No, oh, you know what? No tax. Just pay like a sales tax. Whatever you buy, your sales tax, or just flat 10% and no property tax. Property tax is really sad. It's like my house paid off, and for whatever reason, I can't afford my property tax, and I'm gonna lose my house. That's like such a scam, to be honest. So I mean, if I run, I know I can't. If I ever run, if I was born here, I would run no property tax. But then that's state law. It's not federal law. So Trump should write some kind of, I don't know, amendment, like remove the property tax. I think that's beneficial for a lot of older people retired, especially when you have a housing market booming and everything going up so high, insurance, property tax, utilities, everything. And a lot of retired people get priced out of the home. And that's a pretty sad thing to do. You know, you work full life. And we still have McDonald's yet. Don't forget that. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's been here, but it will go. See, it is forming a very, very strong support here, launchpad. So McDonald's is still good. They have about $30 to go. And I may actually add a little bit more. Like this is at the defensive sector, right? So anyway, that's all for tonight. And Sunday class, I hope you guys can make it. So I'm going to talk about like if we are gonna do more NDX calls in the future, SPX calls, like if we narrow down the for me, I can just do QQQ, FNZU, and that's it, TQQQ. I mean, we can just follow the market wave, so we don't have to check so many tickers and then sometimes there is a bad news coming in and then gets smashed down, right? So in that way, I want you guys, even if you don't do NDX, you could follow QQQ, right? And at least you know why I chose this track and why I chose that DTE. And so now I have more and more confidence on in NDX. It's the same thing as QQQ, right? So if I do NDX, you could just follow QQQ. Anyway, so I'm hoping you guys can make it. Anytime learning opportunity is good opportunity. All right, I will see you guys on Sunday. All right, bye.